course, I'm ready. What else do we do? Fuck it, let's get it.
Deny it, I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to the G.
What up? I'm gonna let this thing ride for a second. Y'all know how we do it, man. I'm gonna let this thing ride.
So many battlefield scars while driven in plus cars. It's like it's a rap star. It's nothing without God. Boom, rough and rugged. I'm dressing the man public. My attitude was fuck it. These motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Must maintain composure at ease. Don't like what's complicated. Only what you make it to be.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 31 of the Malik Scholar Podcast, man. Y'all know how we do it at the beginning, man. We just ride with this music for a second, then we get into the pod, man. Welcome.
From player to player, the gang fight the from hustling and praying to begging motherfuckers to pay us. I got no time for these bitches, cause these so hard to play us. I'm on a meal, ticket mission, want a meal. So I'm wishing competition got me blitzed.
I may seem relaxed, man, but that's because it was my birthday weekend, man. But you know we got to do this podcast, man. We can't let this shit go to waste.
Now it's on and it's on because I said so. Can't trust the bitch in the business, so I got with dead, bro. Now these money hungry bitches getting suspicious. Started plotting and planning on the scheme to come and trick us. But thug niggas be on point and game tight. Recycling Bogart, wrapped up the same night. Got problems and handle it, motherfuckers see me.
Hold on.
And now you got me right beside you. Hoping you listen, I catch you paying attention to
my ambitions as a rider. Hold on.
Very urban.
The person I knew Tupac as, he was very intelligent. And to me, like, society and people who always talk bad about him had the wrong vision of what kind of person he really was. I mean, everybody is
Let's get it.
the black of the berry, the sweet of the juice. I say the dark of the flesh, and the deep of the roots. I give a holler to my sisters only up there. 2 hands, but nobody else can. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. And when you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. But please don't cry, dry your eyes.
Y'all feel the energy out there, man. Y'all just turned up. Y'all just feel good. Y'all just vibe.
And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if you can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need him. And I ain't trying to gas you up, I just call him how I see him. You know what makes me unhappy? That when brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pastor. And since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and I came from a woman. I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time to kill for our women, time to heal our women, be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the lady.
We finna get this thing started, man. We're gonna rob with some pot, though.
A man can't make one. He has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
All right, man. We finna get this thing started, man. Let's get some applause, man. You know what? We need one more, man. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get this thing going. Welcome to episode 31 of the Malik Scholar Podcast. I am your host, Malik Scholar. Yeah, man. It's been a fun week, actually. It was my birthday week, so I wasn't here for a little bit. But yeah, it's actually it's my birthday week, man. I'm 28. Let's get a round of applause. Yeah, let's get one more. Yeah, but a lot of stuff's been going on. I got shea butter or something on my hand. I don't know. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff happened in this last week. A lot of stuff. Let's see what I want to start with, because there's a lot of things, a lot of weird things, a lot of fun things. I want to keep it light and fun, but we'll see where it goes. I hope y'all been having a good week. This is It's gonna be the first week of February. Well, the first day of February when this drops, or the second day, one of them. But for me, it's the end of January. The first month of the year went by very, very fast, which I expected it to. I mean, the time's just been going really, really, really fast for some reason, and it's just like when you wake up, like it's already been 31 days. Like I don't get it, man. But all right, so we got music that dropped, cultural news, things that happened. But we can start with where we left off the last time. So I do want to talk about this TikTok ban very, very quickly. We don't have to talk about it for a long time, but we're going to talk about it for a second. All right, so Apple said that is not putting TikTok back on the App Store until they unban it or whatever. And I just want to I want to make sure that it's actually not on the App Store now, since I actually wrote that note, which I don't think it is, which prompted people to start selling their iPhones. Let me see if they got it on the App Store. No, they still don't have it on the App Store. So TikTok is not available on the iPhones anymore. I don't think it's available on Androids either. I don't think it's on the Google Play Store. But on Android, you have more ways to get it. You can side load, do whatever you want to actually get the app back. But it's not available on the App Store anymore, which prompted people to go on eBay and start selling their iPhones with TikTok installed on it for $10,000 plus. I looked at it and I was like, I thought for a second now, I was like, I might go ahead and put this, if I can get $7,000, $8,000 for this iPhone, I was like, hey, I might have to do that thing. But if I couldn't get that, I wouldn't sell it. But I looked at it for a second and said, hey, if I can get 10, 15, the people are listening for 50,000, 25,000, 10,000. I was like, man, but I don't really know if they're gonna sell for that much. If you looked under the sold section, though, it does have some that was sold for that much. But my only thing about it is, if you sell your iPhone with TikTok pre-installed on it that you didn't delete, and then you sell it, your personal info is gonna be like, you have to keep your Apple ID logged in to the app to keep TikTok on there. Like even if you delete everything manually, but when you sign out, you won't be able to use. When you sign out on your iCloud, you won't be able to use TikTok. So I mean, it's really just dumb. And then eventually, like if this ban doesn't, if it holds up in 90 days or however long he extended it, TikTok can't update the app in the App Store. Like you won't get any updates. So sooner or later, it'll be vulnerable to exploits and crash and just all that stuff, since you can't update it on the iPhone anyways. So I mean, if you out there trying to buy an iPhone for $10,000, then hit me up, because I got one for sale for $10,000. Hey, you talking about? But some other stuff. Last week I watched Dave Chappelle's performance on Saturday Night Live. He was the host and stuff. But I forgot to mention GloRilla. She performed also. And just from her old performances and what she used to do and how she used to dance, she's like accelerated, advanced a good bit. She's not the best dancer in the world. She's still stiff and just, she's still pretty stiff. But she's doing good. The performance was great. I just wanted to shout her out for that, because that SNL performance was good. Like she's overcoming in about 5 years. She'll be really good with her performances, and that was it was just good seeing the progression of artists, an artist that really cares about their progression. Like a lot of artists, a lot of them, especially nowadays, if they were trash, they'll just stay like in their pocket. They'll stay in their little trash pocket. So I just found that very nice that she's willing to progress, and you can see it in her work. So since we're on music, man, let's get to this music, man. All right, let's get to The Weeknd. The Weeknd. He dropped his album. It's called Hurry Up Tomorrow. I finally got a chance to listen to it because I was out of town. For my birthday, I was out of town, and it dropped the day after my birthday. And I love it. I love the album. It reminds me of the old Weekend. The second half reminded me of the old Weekend. When I started to hear the '80s bop and all that stuff again, I was like, here we go with Dawn FM and After Hours again. Like, all right, I get it. But as the album progressed, I was like, yeah, this is the Abel I'm used to right here. Cause I'm like, if you don't know, I started listening to The Weeknd like 2011, yeah, end of 2011, beginning of 2012. I started listening to Drake and The Weeknd at the same time because The Weeknd did a remix of Trust Issues by Drake. That's the first song I ever heard by The Weeknd was the Trust Issues remix. So I was like, oh, this is fire. I thought it was a group at first, The Weeknd, and then the album cover was just I gotta excuse me. Oh shit. But the album cover was mysterious and have so I thought it was a group at first. So I just started listening to him, and then I was like, okay, let me find the rest of his music. House of Balloons had just dropped. Thursday and Echo of Silence wasn't out yet, but House of Balloons had just dropped. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's fire. And then I was hooked from then. Like House of Balloons is one of my favorite projects like ever. And then he dropped Thursday. Then he dropped Echoes of Silence. All of these are mixtapes. If you're familiar with The Weeknd, you know this stuff. But I was like, okay, this is the Weeknd that's the Weeknd that I love, you know. The melancholy sound, the vibes, the ambiotic sound, or just I don't know, just the ambiance of the sound, like those is just fire. And then he dropped what was it called? Beautiful Madness or some shit like that. Something Beauty Behind the Madness is what it's called. He dropped that in 2015. Well, he dropped Kissland, but that was like an experimental Asian themed, Japanese themed album. That was cool. I was still riding the Weekend train when Kissland dropped. Then Beauty Behind the Madness dropped. I was still riding it then. He started getting more and more commercialized after that stuff. And it was cool, but then I just started falling off. The Starboy was good. Like I appreciated different songs out his career, but not as I haven't been listening to albums as much as I used to, especially the House of Balloons trilogy. Right. So and then My Dear Melancholy came out. I was like, okay, we got him back. We got the Weeknd back. That's my boy. Like, we got it. But then he came back with, then he went on his 80s run. So when I heard Hurry Up Tomorrow, I was like, okay, yeah, he's back. I love it. The first couple songs, you might feel some 80s vibe, but then when it gets to the second half of the album is what, 22 songs. It's 22 songs. It has a couple features. It features Playboy Cardi. I think Travis Scott is on there if I can't remember right. But Lana Del Rey, like it has good feat. That Lana Del Rey song is awesome. That song is called The Abyss. Oh man, that's an instant classic for me. That's the week. That's like if you know The Weeknd when he started, you know The Abyss is like one of them ones. The Abyss. We were just riding back down from the mountains. That's why I went from right there, went to the mountains. But me and my girlfriend were coming back down from the mountains, and I was playing The Weeknd album, the second half, because I listened to the first half while I was there, and then I listened to the second half on the drive back. Plus some other music we'll get into in a second. But the song called Drive came on. I was like, oh yeah, this is the perfect song. I was riding down the highway and all I heard was,
I don't wanna waste your time, just wanna feel the air on my body. And I roll the window down, don't ever think I'll be this happy.
Now, how you think I was feeling when I was driving down the highway, mountains and the scenic route just around me, and then that song just comes on, I don't wanna feel your body. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm chilling. And then directly after that, I'm vibed out now. And directly after that, I hear,
I tried my best to not let you go.
I was like, yeah, we got our boy back. Yeah, we did we got our boy back. But but I messed with the album really hard, man. If y'all haven't listened to Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd, definitely go listen to it. I'm hearing all the chatter about what this means for the week because this is I think his sixth studio album. He has more. It's like I can't think of them. He has a lot of music, which is great. An artist of his stature should have a lot of music. This is obviously gonna go number one on the 200. He's probably gonna have a number one track. I can't even call out which song is gonna go number one off this album. My picks off of this album was "Cry for Me," "Enjoy the Show," "I Can't Wait to Get There," "Niagara Falls," "Drive," "The Abyss," "Red Terror," "Without a Warning," "Hurry Up Tomorrow." Those are my picks from the album. The whole album is great, but those are just my favorite picks. The album is 22 songs, so obviously there's different things, but it's just that melancholy sound that I love from The Weeknd. Now, I don't know if this is the end of an era because the end of "Hurry Up Tomorrow," which is the last song on the album, ends with "High for This," which is The Weeknd's first song off his first release project. So I don't know. There's a lot of banter about it. So what it is saying they're saying that The Weeknd is done. He's done with making music. Now I don't know if The Weeknd moniker itself is done and he's just gonna go by Abel now. But yeah, the end of this album ends with the beginning of his first album. Like it just goes into. I'm gonna see if I can play it a little bit. This is the end of "Hurry Up Tomorrow." This is the end of the album. And it just plays out. It goes out like this for a little bit, and then it goes straight into. You can hear it. Well, that's into Lloyd, but that goes it goes straight into "High for This." So if he is retiring or doing whatever, man, he gave us so much music that you can't even get mad at. Like he gave us so much, and if it is, I just want to give a round of applause for The Weeknd. Because I mean, he did his thing. He don't owe us no more music. He has a bunch. He has accolades that a lot of people would never get in their lives, man. And I just appreciate it. Continuing with music, Kendrick dropped an Apple Music halftime commercial that announces SZA will join him on stage. Now, I mean, this is pretty much to me as expected. They're going on tour together. So, and then their tour starts directly after the Super Bowl. So it just makes sense for your tour mate to come out with you at the Super Bowl, right? So I mean, it's expected. I feel like it's just practice for them. Well, obviously, it's going to be a good performance, but I feel like it's just practice for them. I do want to know, like, what songs is SZA going to perform? Leaning a little bit. What songs is SZA going to perform at the Super Bowl? Like, she has a heavy catalog for sure, but what is that big song that SZA can get out and perform at the Super Bowl? Obviously, they're gonna do tracks that they collab on. All the Stars is probably gonna end the performance. That's if you haven't heard All the Stars, that's Kendrick and SZA off the Black Panther 1 album. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna end the Super Bowl. And Not Like Us is probably gonna. Not Like Us is probably gonna begin the Super Bowl. And a lot of people say he shouldn't perform it or not gonna perform it. That man is gonna perform that record. He's gonna perform the shit out that record. He gonna make it a spectacle. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he come out with the HBCU marching band who's starting out dun 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 dun. Like he's gonna do that, and you just gotta suck it up at this point. It's gonna happen. I fuck with Drake. I fuck with Kendrick. So I'm gonna enjoy the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl halftime performance. The Super Bowl is February 9th. It's not an ad, obviously, but whatever. The Super Bowl is February 9th. It's the Eagles versus Kansas City. Now, if you watch football, that might, man, the NFL is fucking rigged, but whatever. But anyways, yeah. So Kendrick and SZA are going to perform at the Super Bowl together. They might bring some more people out. You never know. Kendrick is very unpredictable like that. Continue with the music. this is more local, but I just want to give him a shout out. NoCap dropped his deluxe to his Before I Disappear Again album. It's a solid album. NoCap is underrated. He's probably not going to be a mainstream artist just because of the type of music that he makes. But the album is really good. If you haven't heard the original album, definitely go check out this deluxe. It was fire. Shout out to Cap. Now, let's get to this Bruno Mars and Sexyy Red song. What's going on? Like, what's going on? Is if you haven't heard the song, I'm gonna play just a little bit of it for you if I can find it. It should be right here. So yeah, it's on the main page.
Alright. Yeah, it's it. Hey, Bruno. Ooh.
Fat, juicy, and wet.
Yeah, that's all I'm playing from that. But everybody likes to have fun. Everybody should have fun. I'm not just sit and play the record all the time. It's just whatever. But I mean, it's a fun record. Bruno Mars likes having fun. Sexyy Red likes having fun. I like it. It's fun. It's vulgar, but it's fun. It's not a serious record. They came through, and that's what Bruno likes to do, have a good time. Everybody can judge the record if they want to, but it's a fun record. It's very vulgar, so don't play it around your kids, obviously. But yeah, man, this is what Bruno does, man. He just did a 3-peat. He did the one with Lady Gaga, Rose, and Sexyy Red. So he just did the trifecta, and all of them were in the Sexyy Red video together. So I mean, you can say what you want about Bruno, but he gonna make some songs. He gonna make some fun songs. He gonna make a serious song. He gonna make a wild song, and that's what he did. That's what he just made, a ballad, a bop, and another vulgar song. He's done this before. He works with everybody. But yeah, so shout out Bruno Mars and Sexyy Red. That's crazy, man. That is absolutely insane. Let's see if we got anything else on music before I get on Popeyes and Don Julio's ass. All right, we ain't got no more music right now. Well, actually, Lotto did drop. Travis Scott dropped his 4x4, so we can get to Lotto in a second. Travis Scott dropped that 4x4 song. I didn't like it. I don't know what's going on with Travis, but I didn't like it, and he needs to get that shit together. ESTG also dropped. It was solid. It sounds like ESTG. That's what he does. That's just, it sounds like ESTG. Lotto dropped the remix / original version for Blixum featuring Playboi Carti. They dropped a video. This was actually the original version of the song, but Carti didn't clear the verse, which he always. We talked about it when Lotto first dropped her album and Blixum was on there, because the whole song leaked. And it had Carti on there, the same verse. So they just dropped a video for it and re-released the song. It's not credited as a remix on Apple Music, but I mean, on her socials and stuff, it was credited as a remix. Also, FKA Twigs released an album. I love FKA Twigs. If y'all don't listen to her, go listen to it. It's called Asexual. Honcho dropped his album. That was cool. I wasn't too much into it. Central C dropped his album. I think we talked about that last pod. And Jordan Adetunji, I think his name is, he dropped the album. I really mess with this new Jordan Adetunji album. If you don't know who that is, that's the guy that did that. I like the way your body is. It's nothing on me. It's okay. I like your body is. That Kehlani, he did that one. He dropped a full-length project. It's really 9 songs. It's 10 on there, but Kehlani's on there twice because one's a remix, one's the original version. And I actually like it. It's a cool song. I mean, it's a cool album. It has a lot of the same tempo, BPM, and production vibe to it. Like, this is Options by him and Lil Baby. You can see what I'm talking about if you heard the song Kehlani. Yeah, so if you heard the Kehlani song, you get what I'm talking about. And the song of the week is actually gonna come from that album because he has a fire song on there. I'm not gonna play it right now, which it was actually planned, but I'm not gonna play it right now. We're gonna get through the rest of this music first, and then we're gonna get to it. But yeah, that was That was all the music that dropped. It was a good, fun weekend music. The big drop is obviously the Weeknd, and oh, I don't know who's gonna drop for the rest of the year. I know we ain't gonna get no Drizzy drops, so we ain't even got to talk about that. But those were the fun drops for the year. I mean, for the first quarter. We still got 2 months left, but I think the Weeknd album is gonna ride for a little bit. All right, so let's get into Popeyes and Don Julio playing in our face. Popeyes and Don Julio announced their collaborative menu for the Super Bowl. They did reposado flavored Louisiana garlic 3-piece wings with specialty sauce, reposado flavored concha roll chicken sandwich, and a spicy strawberry hibiscus flavored lemonade mocktail. New York City, Miami, Kansas City, and Philadelphia. That's where it's gonna drop at. Popeyes and Don. When I seen this collab, I was like, bro, like I really don't be trying to be racy and trying to get into but really, Popeyes and Don Julio, chicken and liquor that black people drink, like, and then you release it in New York City, Miami, Kansas City, and Philadelphia. They playing in your face, but whatever. People, they making good content out of it, I guess, or whatever. But it's like, damn, like, really? I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, yeah, I would try the sandwich. I ain't even gonna lie. I would try the sandwich. What is it? Spicy strawberry hibiscus flavor. Oh, that's the lemonade. There's chicken sandwiches, the reposado flavored concha. I don't know though, because I don't like anything that actually tastes like alcohol, that has alcohol in it. I don't like anything that tastes. I don't like having that twang. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever had like rum cake and stuff, it tastes like the alcohol, and I don't like this taste. But y'all gonna learn. These companies keep playing in our face, and y'all gonna learn. Yeah, so y'all go ahead and out there and get their Popeyes and Don Julio and all that stuff, and y'all go see. They did it just for y'all, and y'all know exactly who I'm talking about, and y'all gonna get what y'all deserve with that shit, man. Get that shit out of here. But all right, so we're gonna get to this song of the week right quick. I'm actually going to. All right, so we're going to get into this song of the week. So the song of the week is going to be Bedroom by Jordan Atta. Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That right there was Bedroom by Jordan Attatunji. I really don't know if I'm saying his name right, but so let's get into some somber thing. Trigger warning if you get triggered or whatever. But this past week, in the past couple of days, there's been 2 plane crashes. One was in Philadelphia. I don't have the news thing or anything up, but one was in Philadelphia, I want to say, and this was a jet that crashed into a Black Hawk military helicopter. And RIP to all the victims involved. I hate the politics that's being played around these people losing their lives, especially what the president said about like diversity being. Even if he didn't say that diversity was the cause of the accident, that being mentioned, the DEI being mentioned for the FAA having the DEI initiative, and that meaning that the people weren't qualified, all that has no credence in this instance, right? And it's just a sad thing that it's a tragedy that happens. There's already conspiracy theories and all that stuff. We're gonna talk about conspiracy theories in a minute because they just be on it. Like, I don't know what's going on with Twitter right now, but like I said before, like every time that I watch a video, it can be a Drewski skit, and it auto plays. The next video is always a freaking Alex Jones video, and it's not even about the algorithm because I don't watch, I don't click, I don't do any conspiracy theories. Like I don't get into them because it's just so much that's going on. You can believe what you want, or you can choose not to believe what you want. But the facts in front of you are the facts in front of you, so you can believe what you want to believe. But it's always a freaking Alex Jones video that's next, that's pushing these ideologies. And he be saying some crazy shit. He got sued for like $1 billion about the Sandy Hook thing. So why does it keep coming in my algorithm? Like, and I don't even think that they be believing all the conspiracy theories, not just him. I don't even think they be believing half of the shit that they say. I think they say one crazy thing, get a real following, and then have to continue saying crazy shit. Because some of the crazy shit, granted, some conspiracy theories may be correct, but every day you have something that's blatantly true, and then you just make a false statement just to have outrage going on. But let's get back to this plane crash. The jet flew right in this video of it. Like, it's 2025. There's gonna be videos of everything, but there's videos of it. It's a real tragedy, man. And it just reminded me of some, COVID and all that stuff. So it was just like, it's a crazy thing. And then right after that, we're gonna talk about these companies too, because these companies be capitalizing off this. But we just talked about Netflix and how I agree with their price hike. But then I was watching Netflix. I was watching Suits. I've really got into Suits. I love Suits. Shout out to my mom, because she told me to watch it years ago. I just never did. But I fell in love with Suits. I'm on like episode 7 of season 1. I still have 9 seasons to go. But I'm going to be tearing through that shit because I actually love it. I just finished watching Landman. Landman's done. And I love that show. And I still got some more Taylor Sheridan shows to watch too. But I'm stuck on Suits right now. So I probably won't even watch anything until I'm done with all 9 seasons of Suits. And then the new one's about to come out, Suits LA, so I'm finna get into that too. So, whatever. But yeah, I was scrolling through Netflix, and then I got an advertisement for a movie or TV series, whatever it is, called Black Hawk Down. Like, what? Like, y'all gonna advertise this right after it happened? Like, these companies really don't care, man. It's crazy. And then they just released a movie with Mark Wahlberg like a week ago that's being advertised now more, and it's called Flight Risk. I haven't watched any of it, but it's like y'all just be seeing an opportunity and just grasp onto it, which I think is very predatory. But people gonna watch what people gonna watch. But also the day after, or a couple days after the Philadelphia crash, there was another jet that just nosedived into the ground. Like, there was video of that too. I guess it lost power, and it just descended. It was descending at 11,000 feet a second. So it was going. And people have videos of that too. It looked like a missile that was coming down. But I don't know what's happening right now. But I just want to put positive energy in the air for everybody, and say RP to those victims of the plane crash again too, because this shit is tragic. It's happening so freaking much. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening in America or the world right now. It's just very sad to see, and it's very sad to hear. Georgia. So I live in Georgia, and for local Georgia news, the Department of Health has confirmed the first case of measles in the state. The infected individual was an unvaccinated Metro Atlanta resident who contracted the virus while traveling within the U.S. So, if y'all don't know what measles is an airborne disease. It's airborne, but a lot of us get the vaccination as a baby. If you tell the doctor to get your vaccination, you're supposed to get vaccinated for measles as a baby. But that's very concerning because, a lot of us live in Georgia. A lot of people that listen to the pod live in Georgia. This is in Georgia. This is an airborne disease, but hopefully, y'all are vaccinated against measles or whatever. But I just wanted to get that off. If you vaccinated or unvaccinated, I don't really care. But I'm just telling y'all now that measles is in the air and it is airborne. And it's in Georgia. Now, we're going to get to this last thing real quick before we end this pod. This is a short pod, you know what I'm saying, 36, 40 minutes, whatever. But Jonathan Majors, he has a new film coming out March 21st called Magazine Dreams. I need all of y'all to go out to the theaters on March 21st and go watch Magazine Dreams. It stars Jonathan Majors. We all need to show up and watch. His stock needs to go back up. He is a phenomenal actor and deserves to get in more and more roles. I don't care if the movie is trash. I don't care if y'all don't like the movie. Go watch the movie Magazine Dreams, and let's get Jonathan Majors back on these screens, man. He's a very good actor. I loved all of his shows before everything happened. He was going to be a great king. He was going to be fire until all of this happened. So we need to go watch the movie. I watched the trailer already, and it looks good. So I'm going to watch it. But March 21st, Magazine Dreams, Jonathan Majors back on the screen. Y'all go watch that, man. But we're going to get up out of here, man. My monitor is telling me that my camera is heated up. But I truly appreciate y'all for tuning in to episode 31 of the... is this 31? I think it is 31. But I do appreciate y'all tuning in to episode 31 of the Malik Scholar podcast. I will be back next week. And I just, I want to say RIP to all the victims of the plane crash again. And I hope everybody has a good week. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.